All right, gang, let's do a little review after 3 turns of NATO, the next war in Europe. I'm going to do this by setting the camera down. Let's take a look at casualties here first. So there are the losses. Well, I should say that, and those two. They are now out of the game. 2 airlifts for the Soviets, for the Warsaw Pact, 1 for the NATO. And I think there was, can't tell from here. No, they look all right. Thought there was maybe an amphibious loss, but no. So once you lose those, okay, so the deal is those come into the game. Each side has like 4 ships, 4 planes, and a couple helicopters, but that's it. And they're come in on the there they are right there. So they get renewed every turn. Hold on, what's wrong with this camera here? All right. So those get, they get refreshed every turn. And the NATO has the same thing. But there's no more on the chart. I think, see, turn 3, the Soviets got their 2nd helicopter transport. So did the NATO. NATO got their first one on turn 2, and their second one on turn 3. So that's it as far as that goes. Well, actually, NATO's got 1 more ship over here. Matter of fact, NATO's only got 1 ship, period. Huh. Well, not that they really need it, but maybe to evacuate Denmark. All right, so let's talk about what's going on. So we airdropped and we landed right here. Marines came in, and this paratroop unit air landed, and see, there were 4 of them, so 2 of them, that's where the loss of the air transports went, 2 of them. And then this stack, when they're on the ground, they're provisional. They have a provisional movement. It's like 4 hexes or 4 movement points. So they all moved over here, but they didn't have to attack because this unit was sitting here. The unit that was in here, he got hit with a 2-point airstrike, and it eliminated him, even with the -1 die roll. So, but they never got to move in and take the hex because move comes before that crap. So then on the NATO turn, he moves in here. This Danish, Denmark, unit from Denmark, Danish. Yeah, those guys. So to help, when the NATO move came along, went ahead and moved some airborne troops, picked them up, flew them over here, did drops, and that's how the NATO lost their 1 air point. And then Copenhagen is the key city for them. So a rail moved to the headquarters up there. And that unit that starts there, he's still there to protect that. Still, there's those chemical markers that have not been used yet. And we've not done nuclear warfare. All right, so the Soviets went after the unit that was sitting here. He's now back here, okay? Went ahead, there were 2 of them, and they took a 1-step loss. I decided, you know what, let them have that. Let's move out. And I think they inflicted 2-step losses on the Soviets here. So that is Hamburg, sorry. I ought to know that. All right, so I went ahead and gave that up, and let's move back towards Bremen and Bremerhaven, where there are West German units there. I think there's a British unit in there too. In the middle here, was going to attack here, but both this guy's support marker and this one over here, the NATO air power disrupted both of this, suppressed them, so they didn't get to use them. So we never executed this attack here because it was like 1-to-1 odds with a -3 die roll, because this guy is in a major city or a key city, whatever you want to call it. So that one never happened. And then over here, Soviets did attack the 1st Guards tank, or whatever this is. They did attack the unit that was here by himself. He took a step loss. I think they took 2 again here. And then on the NATO turn, this guy had a retreat is what he had, but I chose to take the step loss instead of retreat. Because I think the unit underneath was a 3-step unit. Let me see. Yeah. So he took a step loss, and then on the NATO turn, we moved this Army unit up there with him, and then moved these British units up. Right. So the only thing that couldn't move for NATO on this turn was French troops that are still in France, and there's like 1, 2, 3, 4. There's like 4 of them. All right. So their best attack came over here on this side of the map with these units right here. They actually, is it the unit that's underneath here? No, I think they eliminated. Make sure. Yeah, they eliminated a full armor unit over here from 5th Corps. And then they advanced. So the Allies are trying to rush up in here and save this gap here before this blows through. And then the Czechs over here, they didn't attack, but they did attack. They didn't do anything, and then the Germans responded and attacked him, and you can see he took a loss. I think he took 2 actually. So that's pretty much where combat stands. The Warsaw Pact forces up here in Austria, they haven't done anything, but as you can see, there's the Austrian reinforcements, and then on this turn coming, the Italians will start to get troops in there. That could be pain. I think what's going to happen is one of the victory conditions is if Czech unit reinforcements or East German reinforcements come on, then the NATO units start getting 2 victory points a turn from whatever turn they start to the end of the game. So, and then of course, the NATO can get victory points by taking Warsaw Pact cities, just like the Warsaw Pact gets points for taking NATO. Awful big gaps up here in that Czech unit. The Czech units aren't very strong. I'm afraid what's going to happen is those units are going to have to deploy. So, we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Berlin fell. Matter of fact, the attack caused 2 step losses in there, so now the Warsaw Pact took West Berlin. All right, so there's your update for turn 3. Right now, the Warsaw Pact's at on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 NATO cities. Probably be taking, they'll be taking the rest of Hamburg. They'll probably take this one over here in Denmark. I'm finding out if they can actually run Denmark out, if they can get Denmark to surrender. All right, but there we stand after turn 3. Try to keep y'all up to date as we go. Let's get this thing posted so y'all can see how we're progressing with this thing. All right, we'll talk to you soon.